one of Charlie Kirk's children is not his.
All right, everyone, here's a situation that's unfolding fast, and almost no one saw it coming. A major custody dispute is now front and center, and Erika Kirk is right in the middle of it. A DNA test ordered by the court has officially confirmed what had been quietly speculated about for months. Her former partner is, in fact, the biological father, the very same man she's repeatedly denied, brushed aside, and allegedly tried to remove from the narrative altogether. Now, he's not only requesting visitation rights, he's pushing for full custody and child support. Everything just shifted. The man she worked so hard to keep at a distance now has legal authority. And based on public information, this DNA confirmation may only be the first in a series of major losses she's facing.
I guess it's just the public is making all this stuff up. None of this adds up. No. Oh, lady. No, she needs to, excuse me, my language. She needs to get picked up.
But for those who've been paying close attention, this didn't come out of thin air. People who followed this story closely can trace the unraveling back to one specific moment. It started with a single photo, one Erika shared in an attempt to prove her whereabouts on September 10th. That date matters. It's the day Charlie was publicly shot and killed. Almost immediately, people began asking questions: where Erika was, what she knew, and how she reacted during those critical first hours after his death. So she tried to shut down the speculation. She said she was in Arizona with her mother at a medical appointment. She claimed Mikey McCoy called her there with the news. Yes, straightforward enough on the surface. But no one believed it. By then, her credibility was already severely damaged. She'd been caught in too many inconsistencies, too many convenient explanations, too many outright falsehoods. So when she posted that photo, the one meant to prove she was out of town with her kids, it didn't reassure anyone. Instead, it raised even more alarms. The children in the image didn't appear to be toddlers, they looked noticeably older. At the time, Erika and Charlie were said to have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, but the kids in that photo appeared at least 2 years older, possibly more. That's when the DNA rumors really took off. And suddenly, the questions went far beyond paternity.
Y'all, whose kids are these? Whose kids are these? Erika Kirk provided this as proof of where she was September 9th. Not that September 9th was ever in question, but she provided this as proof. But y'all, whose kids are these? Something about this proof doesn't add up and people are skipping right through.
They turned into something much bigger. Questions about Erika's entire timeline and whether her story ever made sense to begin with. Did she already have a family before Charlie? Was her ex still involved the whole time? Were these children ever Charlie's at all? At that point, it wasn't just about a DNA test, it was about whether Erika had been living 2 separate lives. And once people started digging, they uncovered something significant. Old video footage surfaced from a Trump rally. In the clip, Erika Kirk is standing beside her ex, Tyler J.T. Massey. Between them is a young girl, one who bears a striking resemblance to J.T. The dynamic between them was impossible to ignore. Erika wasn't simply standing near the child. Her posture, her expressions, they were maternal and protective, unmistakably so. Viewers immediately speculated that this was her daughter and that JT was the father. And the timing of this revelation was crucial. The video resurfaced shortly after Erika publicly claimed she hadn't been romantically involved with anyone for 5 years. 5 years. She said it with a kind of dramatic certainty, as if asserting moral authority over the situation.
I lived out here. I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than go. I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way. But I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with her.
But the evidence told a very different story. During that same 5-year period, Erika appeared on Bravo's Summer House. Viewers saw her drinking, dating, and socializing in bars throughout New York City and the Hamptons, living a lifestyle that completely contradicted her claims. People didn't just notice, they mobilized. The internet was flooded with screenshots, video clips, timestamps, locations, and receipts. Many believe this wasn't the work of random viewers. There's widespread belief that Erika's ex was the one releasing the evidence. The same man she allegedly tried to erase from her life. The same man who had grown tired of watching her twist the narrative, contradict herself, and promote a polished trade-off image that didn't align with reality. That pressure did what interviews never could. It pushed everything into the legal system. And once court records came into view, it became obvious this wasn't some brief relationship. Erika and JT posed for engagement-style photo shoots. They were featured together in Arizona Foothills magazine, where Erika described being deeply in love with him. They likely shared a child. This wasn't casual, this was serious. This was real, so why deny it so fiercely? That's what people can't wrap their heads around. It wasn't the relationship itself, it was the extreme lengths she went to erase it. As if she truly believed no one would ever uncover the truth. As if the documents, the photos, and that entire chapter of her life would remain hidden forever. Her visible shock at the lawsuit suggests she never anticipated this outcome. She thought she was in control. She believed her media presence was enough to reshape reality. And when hard questions surfaced, she responded with intimidation, deflecting, dismissing, and moving on.
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to.
But her ex refused to retreat. If anything, her conduct only strengthened his resolve. According to reports, he was deeply disturbed by how she was treating the children. As DNA speculation intensified, public calls for Erika to lose custody grew louder. And what was her response? She posted a blurry, inconsequential photo and continued her press appearances. Rather than helping her case, it reinforced the concerns that led her ex to seek custody in the first place. The parenting allegations are deeply troubling. Erika is accused of telling her daughter that Charlie's death was her fault. A grieving child, confused and vulnerable, reportedly blamed by her own mother. That's not just inappropriate, it's emotionally damaging, and that's not the end of it. Reports allege that Erika frequently left the children with nannies while traveling for work, that her public moments with them felt rehearsed, staged, more about optics than connection. There's even video footage showing Erika at an event.
Do you remember I told you that Daddy was working with his friends from heaven to send you presents every day so you always know you're loved? See?
This is Sesame Street.
It is.
Sesame Street.
I know, it's Sesame Street, but all these are for you, baby.
Barely supporting her daughter as she brought her into a warehouse filled with gifts from strangers. The moment was meant to present her as a devoted parent. Instead, it had the opposite effect. Now, Charlie's parents have entered the legal battle as well. They are reportedly seeking custody too. And here's what matters. Even if the children weren't biologically his, Charlie loved them as his own. He treated them like family, and his parents believe he would have wanted them protected. For them, this isn't about DNA, it's about preserving his legacy and honoring the bond he shared with those kids. At this point, Erika is facing opposition from two sides, her ex and Charlie's parents, both arguing that she's unfit. Meanwhile, Erika continues to say she's fighting for Charlie's work, his legacy, his memory. Yet she appears increasingly disconnected from the children he truly loved. Everyone seems willing to stand up for those kids, everyone except Erika, and here's the reality she can no longer avoid. She's lost control of the story, online and in court. The DNA results are undeniable, the lawsuit is ongoing, and the court's focus is clear: the best interests of the children. Publicly, legally, and in real time, Erika is losing. The irony is impossible to miss, and for someone who spent years carefully curating her image and controlling how the world perceived her, she's now watching that facade collapse under the weight of the truth. The very truth she believed she could bury. The past she assumed would never resurface. But court filings don't care about branding, DNA doesn't care about public relations, and judges don't care how many followers you have. They care about evidence. And right now, that evidence is piling up in ways she can't reframe, can't edit, and can't erase. Because what she's discovering far too late is that you can only outrun the truth for so long. Eventually, it finds you. And when it does, it doesn't come quietly. It arrives with documents, with with proof, with witnesses who remember what you said years ago compared to what you're saying now. It shows up through people who loved those children long before the cameras turned on and who will continue fighting for them long after the spotlight is gone. That's what's unfolding here. The illusion is breaking, the pressure is mounting, and this time there's no photo, no interview, no media tour that's gonna make it disappear. For real stories and honest breakdowns you won't hear anywhere else. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and turn on notifications so you stay in the loop. If you want the truth without the spin, you know where to find it. Kayla knows Black Celeb.